and also Wake Up Honey. We're playing Drop Duchy here today. It comes out on May the 5th, 2025. Today's May the 2nd, 2025. Add it to your wish list, ! Duchy. We'll give you a link where you can check it out. You may have noticed that we played this when it had a demo a couple of months ago. It is a deck building, tower defense Tetris game. You build your deck of buildings, drop them from the ceiling with certain arrangements that have positional bonuses, benefits, synergies, drawbacks, etc., and then when you fill the board, you fight the enemies who have also placed their buildings. I crashed out because I got bodied last time that I played this, but you are going to help me, and we're going to make this work together. We are going to actually beat the first act today, but I may need your help as well. To be honest with you, thank you again to the Arcade crew for sponsoring this video and this stream. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go /pin. I'm going to put that right there. And then, Faint Bunny, can you hold the Bob Dylan joke until after the sponsored segment? Okay, well, you know what? Just type it right now. You've earned a little cachet before I even get started here. I'm sure you had it pre-typed, right? We're looking, we're pausing, we're looking, we're pausing. Oh wait, here it is. Bob Dylan, if he experienced the Doppler effect, tangled up in red. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. It's apropos of nothing at all, but it's kind of like, it's ticklish. It tickled me a little bit. Let's start a new run here. And you know what? Let's play the tutorial again, because some of you guys obviously didn't get it the first time. Pay attention to your defense. If it reaches 0, you lose the run and must restart. We'll see later how you can lose and gain defense. To start your journey, select the first location. This is a peaceful region, man. This is where you can focus on resources. Each round, pieces will come in a random order and you have to place them on the grid. Buildings collect resources if you respect their activation rules, so gather as much as you can. When you complete a line, you trigger an exploration. Each terrain on a line will grant you resources. If you complete several lines at once, you'll gain even more resources. Okay, that's how you play Tetris, and you rotate with W. I can live with that. Or Control, in case we need to do a T-spin. I'm not going to crash out. There's no reason for me to crash out. So I drop you right here, reserve a long piece, and then build up. I think this is a game that incentivizes... Huge. Look at this. We're creating fields, people. This is a game that incentivizes single wells instead of double wells. And I think that's where I got myself into trouble last time. Was with that specific situation. I mean, this is huge, man. This is huge. Wood Clearer turns each forest into a plain and gains 8 wood. This is just Tetris. You gotta give it a second, bud. You gotta give it a second. First, we gotta get an exploration and get a staggering amount of resources. We're farming right now. This is where you, Apollo, you're not built for this, okay? You're not built for this. You've never seen that type of stuff right there. You've never seen a fella do a move like that. Okay, now we farmed, I may need to move my camera, don't get me wrong, but we farmed up 102 wood, 172 wheat, and we got a little, I thought we got a little bonus, but I guess that's already factored in there. Now, Slay the Spire style, we can select a card to add to our deck. Each card has rules explaining how they activate, and in the upper right corner you can see they're level 1, but you can also upgrade them. Let's see what we got. Lumber Camp. Harvest 3 wood for each connected forest, or a herborist. Turn each plane into a range, into a forest, and gain 2 attack, I think. Each square counts as a field that gains 20 wheat when explored. Interesting. Lumber Choppy! I like that. I like that. Lumber Choppy! He doesn't say it like that, though. It's more like, Lumber Choppy! Lumber Choppy! That's a little too fast. I apologize. I'm getting excited for the block party screening. of Minecraft the movie. Apollo, you should go, man. You should go. Not from the chat. You should go see the movie. I'm looking at you. 2 wood for each connected forest. Let's give me some exploited land. Nah, yeah, give me some exploited lands, man. You've got resources. Visit the deck management menu to upgrade cards and figure out what resources you need to gather next. Visit this menu often to prioritize what resources you should prioritize next. I mean, for 100... if I remember correctly, it seems like wood upgrades wheat-producing buildings and wheat upgrades wood-producing buildings. So they got like there's a countervailing impulse there. We just got something that's going to give us more wheat. Let's spend some wheat to upgrade something that gives us more wood. That's huge. That's huge. You can also sell cards you don't need anymore. Or you think you don't need anymore. Obtain a building card. Get a random military building card. Rally point. Recruit. Pay attention. I forgot about unit type as well. Arrows beat axes. Swords beat arrows. Axes beat swords. Recruit 4 axes for each plane or field, plus 15 if adjacent to 6 planes or fields. Recruit 3 arrows for each connected forest piece. We could choose. And a watchtower, which is only a 1 piece. Range 2, recruit 1 arrow for each plane and 3 for each field. Trying to think. Well, it's real. It's real, people. Axes beat swords. Swords beat arrows. Arrows beat axes. Axes beat swords, which to me means we should take axes because I bet in the tutorial, what's the most generic weapon type? Swords. Fight against enemies now. Fight against enemies now. And this will be more foresty. Okay, let's go to the forest region and fight against enemies now. Before each round, you need to select which buildings you'd like to use. Take the time to observe the specifics of this location and upgrade cards accordingly. Here's your terrains. Here's the enemies. There's swords and arrows. Select your buildings here. It's a good idea to select military buildings that counter the enemy if possible. I, personally, would love to place a rally point. And then maybe we don't need a farm. Because we only have 4 plains. And instead we could take an exploited land that says each square counts as a field that gains 20 when explored. Am I finally thinking with my noggin? Please get removed. I'd like to remove you. Guys, I maybe they don't want me to remove... Oh, no, you have to click on it. You have to use your mouse to click on it. That's my bad. Paulo, you ever have that happen? You ever have that happen? You forget how to interface technology? You get to place the enemy buildings, too, because you kind of want to, like, maroon them in places where they don't get lots of bonuses. So, for example, they recruit 3 arrows for each connected forest piece. Here's what I'm thinking. We got forests coming our way. Let's reserve them and maybe just never place them. Maybe you never place them. And then I'm thinking you go, oh, that's tough though. You know what? I'm going to stick to the Tetris for now, even though we might lose a little bit of synergy there. And then you, obviously we're going to slot you right down there. And what do you benefit from? You benefit from turning forests into plains and recruiting some dudes. So we're just not going to put a forest down there if we can avoid it. We might not be able to avoid it, but we'll see. Good place for a wood clearer. So I'm thinking you drop it like that, turn each forest into a plain and gain 12 wood. Obviously you get dropped in right there. That's a big one, man. That's a big one. And then you love plains. I'd really love to drop this one down here. So you, why don't Fine, you go there. You go there. I can live with that. I remember that. You go there. You go here. You're not recruiting anything. I'll be generating a lot of wood from that. You recruit based on planes. I'll put you right there for 2 explorers. Adjacent planes. One of the things you got to know about a fella like me is I get high like paper. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. You go there. You get dropped in here. We recruit a little bit more as a result. And then the second ranger base never gets played. And now it's 26 axes versus 10 swords, so you literally don't stand a chance. Select the groups in the order and confirm the sequence. When 2 groups of the same side combine, they add their forces. The new group's type is the type of the larger group. When 2 groups of opposite camps fight, they subtract their forces, but an advantage group has plus 50%. I mean, so if I'm correct here, we should lose 6 or 7 units. That's right? We lost 7 units there. After the battle, you lose defense points for each enemy left on the grid. If you're the one with units left, you receive bonus gold instead. That was a pretty good performance, man. I think we had a good thing going on. We got 19 bonus gold. Lots of resources continue. Maybe I was just not very smart when I played this the first time. Too focused on the Tetris, not focused enough on like the strategy. Send 12 power to every military building aligned with it. Garrison 5. It comes into play with 5 units. Range 1 turns each plane into a field. Garrison 10 turns each forest into a plain. And recruits swords. You're more axes. We need swords. Give me wooden fortress, man. Garrison Fort, I'm getting frantic. Like Sting, I'm tantric. So true. Like Sting, who's guaranteed to satisfy. Maybe upgrade your... Well, what are we going to fight here? Let's see what we're going to fight, man, before we choose what we're running. Try to recruit as many units as possible. There's going to be plains and forests. We probably don't need exploited lands because it's just for farming. So cut it and run wooden fortress instead. And then this is all wood. But you turn forest into plains. That's okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. If anything, we would rather... Because you work on forest. We would rather turn plains into forests. Do we have anything that does that? We can turn plains into fields. I don't think we want a wood clearer, though. Because we don't really care about gaining wood. I got to think about this for a second. They have air. They got a little bit of everything. We have axes which beat swords, and swords which beat arrows. So what do we not want to see? Axes. So in my opinion, we should hold their rally point in reserve. Place everything else, but hold the rally point. And then you have sword. You have arrows beat axes. Axes beat swords. Swords beat arrows. You send your swords to take out the arrows, combine them with the axes, and then go in on the swords. Okay. I think I've got it figured out. I could get a slot, but I think I have all the buildings I need, man. I think if anything, what I want to do is maybe upgrade you, recruit 1 extra sword, or upgrade... Can I afford to upgrade you? I can't. Okay, it's going to be upgrade you then. Beautiful. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't think we need... Well, we can't afford it now anyway, but... Strategic Pavilion. We want a place. Recruit 8 for each adjacent military building. And then place no military buildings adjacent. Now, we want to place our military buildings next to forests. So we'll maroon you right here. I'm going to put you in reserve for a brief moment. Rally point needs plains and fields. Place it. Garrison 5, so you're coming out with 5 no matter what. Does adjacent mean diagonal as well? It doesn't. Fantastic news. Rally point's going to get dumped right there. You can certainly go there. You definitely go there. There's 23 axes. That's big. I know what you're going to say, and I don't want to hear it. Wooden fortress works on plains. Comes out with garrison 5. I'm swapping. I'm going to place you right here. Sounds crazy. Wood clearer turns forests into plains. No, I got an idea. This looks horrible. It looks horrible from a Tetris standpoint, but just work with me. You put this here, then you drop your wood clearer on top to turn it into plains to generate more axes. Yes, dude! And then you benefit from forests, so we just won't place forests near you. Wooden fortress benefits from forests. It's that simple, man. Adjacent forest. This is huge. I mean, we're gonna dominate them. And then for sure, turns forests into plains. You're coming out. You're getting dumped. You're getting stored forever. You're getting dropped. Resources we don't really care about because we're in the tutorial. You love forests. Okay, Jenny. Okay, and then, see, I'm realizing now, last time I was way too concerned about making sure that my Tetris stuff looked good, but not concerned enough about making sure that I had the strategy down, man. So now it's simple. Swords go to arrows, then to arrows, then they combine with axes, and the axes go dominate the swords. It's 55 versus 5. You're done. You're done. There you go. 51 bonus gold, too. Well done! You completed the tutorial. You're ready to do your first run and try to beat the game. We're playing a lot more. Don't worry yourself, but I do want to say, !Duchy to check it out for yourself. Scroll down below the video player. You can click on the panel art. The game does not come out until May 5th, which is Monday. So, what are you going to do when you click the link? If you enjoy what you're seeing, you're going to add it to your wish list so you can be notified of the fact that it comes out on Monday so you don't forget. Thank you again to the arcade crew for the sponsorship. This time we're going, man. You'll be able to select a faction before each run. For now, you only have the Duchy, and there's your starting deck as well. And you got some quests. Okay. Beat Act 1. Explore 10 fields in a single round. Turn 10 plains into fields. I can do that, man. Peaceful region, mostly with forests. Not like we have anything we could really change right now. Okay, start me up. What do we want to do here? We want to get the most resources possible so we can upgrade our deck. So, how do you start? You start by playing Tetris, bro. It's that simple. I'm lost. No, I'm not. Reserve. That's the ultimate reserve piece. I think you already knew that, though. Brain's broken for a second here. Just give me a sec. I needed a space to place that. That's where things got tricky. Watchtower. Recruit 1 arrow for... I mean, we don't need... Do the units stick around? You recruit for each plane and field in range, with a range of 2. I mean, if they stick around, I'd love to keep them around. You get... Oh, that's right, you get gold for them, just like they told me in the tutorial. Of course. Farm goes there. And then don't you get more for like consecutive turns where you've placed lots of lines? So we want to like unreserve, flick it. Oh. This isn't even going to be an exploration, man. And then get the other one out too. I should have started popping them a little bit early, I think. I got a lot of wood, but like no wheat. Collect 5 gold for each terrain square in its row. I'm going to be honest with you, that seems kind of incredible. Although I also feel like maybe you want a military building at some point. Okay, hang on. Visit the progress tree to unlock new cards. The progress tree allows you to unlock new cards and mechanics. Every time you have crowns to spend, make sure you click on a leaf to unlock it. Town. When explored, gain 75% of all the other exploration gains in this row. Alright, alrighty. And then missions menu. We got to explore 4 rows at once. Transform more than 35 terrain in a single round. Collect 150 with a single building. Okay, okay. A building card. I need to look at my deck again. We don't have anything that makes wood. Maybe we could become a field maxer. I don't know. I think we need a military building though. Because we only have arrows. We need something that creates either axes or swords. Which has to be this. Turns forests into plains. What do you got for me? Obtain bonus gold. Obtain bonus wood. Obtain bonus resources. Give me... Wood is still really hard for us to get. Give me bonus wood. I'll take 200 wood for free. Now, fight against enemies now. 50% plains, 50% wood. Or make the boss stronger. I think we could fight now. Does this mean that they're going to have 25 plus strength? Now that I think about it, I'm like... I'm not sure... Oh, you do come out with Garrison 10, though. We might have a chance. Plus, we get to choose on the terms under which we fight anyway. Give me Wooden Fortress. And then I would happily... I was going to say I would happily upgrade something. We don't have enough wheat. I could spend 100 wood to upgrade you. Creates more fields. Let me see. More fields is good for Watchtower. Go ahead. Send it now, man. Send it now. And then I'm ready. I was born ready. Wait. We don't have axes. Which means we should try to save the enemy swords in reserve. I got it. You want to be next to forests. Which I say no. You're gonna have to be next to plains, buddy. Oh! I didn't even think about that! Now you do well when you're next to plains. What's your building type? I can live with this. Do we have anything in our deck that turns forests into plains? I think the answer is no. You're going down, bud. You're going way down. You know what? This is actually perfect. We fully sequestered you. We mog you. We explore. Farms turn plains into fields, which gives us even more. And the range is 2, man. Elvis Costello, if he were in Drop Duchy and he was an upgraded farm, my range is 2. You know what I'm saying? No, of course not. You probably think that Elvis Costello fits into the same mold as like a U2 or an REM, an artist that's only for boomers or maybe elder Gen X but doesn't have a place in the modern 21st century. You don't know of what you speak. You don't know anything about Allison, okay? Oh, snap. And then... Okay, mercenary camps, just garrison 9. We don't want to... Well, you know what? Go in reserve. Rangers love to be next to forests. I know that's not going to happen. Reap and sow. We'd love to slot a long plains piece in there. What do you like? You like to recruit. We don't have a big forest play here. I'm just gonna pop you down there. I'll take what I can get. And then this is what it's all about. What's the other rotation button? Chad, I need to look at the controls. This is important. W. Oh, watch this. You get the field, you get the recruit, you get the explore. You wouldn't know about that. No, of course not. This one's actually kind of popping now. We're exploring. Now the real question is, what do you do with these forests? Like, because you might recruit off of this, but you're also going to recruit off of this. We turn you into fields first, which means you don't get to recruit, dummy. You're a fool. Oh my god. The moggening. The moggening, dude. You don't stand a chance. Your life is over. Swords beat arrows, bro. Now here's where you do the math. We're gonna lose 4, so we're gonna be on 18. Would you rather 41 arrows versus 8 arrows equals 33? Or 18 versus 8, you'd expect that you lose 5. You go to 13, takes you to 36. 36 instead of 41. 30. So I think it's better to fight all the battles with the swords and then combine with the arrows. Or maybe it's 33 both ways. I don't know. Wood Clearer has been unlocked. Dude, we're kind of popping. Start every future run with the faction on this card. Holy cow. Lots of resources, lots of gold. You can spend resources to change the reward cards. I do need to look. Okay, so we have something that turns plains into fields. We don't have anything that... Well, let me think about this. We need arrows. No, we need axes to have complete coverage. That's one thing that would be a priority. And turn forest. It'd be nice to have something that turned plains into forests. We got forests into plains, but then we could get another trigger with plains into forest. I don't know. We could add another farm into the deck. Let's get axes, man. I think that seems like a gimme to a fella like me. You get the axes so that you have complete coverage in the rock, paper, scissors. Trade resources. Wood for gold. Wood for sheep. Trade a level 1 card from your deck for a random card. 100 wheat for gold. Let me look at what we need to upgrade here. That's not going to say range 3, is it? Holy cow. Seems crazy. Right, food for slots is important. I think I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to say no trade. Sorry about that. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing here. And I think I would love to fight now so that we don't have to fight later. I think we want to fight in a wheat-rich environment like we just did. And I do think we want to get one more slot. What do you got? You got axes and arrows. That means you're good against swords and good against axes. That's okay. We need swords to deal with your arrows. But then just don't run axes. And instead, you're going to put a wood clearer out here to turn forests into plains. Although you could always just generate more axes and then turn the axes into something else by combining before you battled, bro. And I think the other play is you're going to get upgraded to make more planes so we can generate more axes to become something that's anything else. As long as we don't have too many. As long as we don't have too many. Can anything else be upgraded? No. Good. That means my decisions are all done. Okay. I gotta say switched on for this one. Ideally, we would reserve your swords and only have to deal with swords versus arrows. Planes are a great opportunity for us. You do well with planes. That's as far as we can go on plane tech then. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, is there not a way we can leave like a one spot surrounded by planes? Garrison 13. So you're gonna be stored. That's a given. And then I think you're gonna be placed. Wooden fortress does well on forests. Weird location for you. Could even put you... It's going to get tricky. I'm going to put you right there. We're going to work with you in a minute. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. We're going to work with you in a minute. You turn all plains into fields. I love that for you. Okay, you're going to go there for the time being. So we don't build up too many arrows. You do have a range of 3, but I like this position better because I'm not putting any planes down over here because it's going to make your arrows too strong. Oh my gosh. Then, we got to start exploring to get resources for the future, bro. For the future. You also love planes? Well, guess what? No such luck, buddy. Now you love planes. This is where this gets very real. We get some explorers, we get some axes. You love planes, you love planes! I need to swap you out. Oh, almost dropped some planes next to it, man. This is a given. I'm not even worried about that. Because you're about to do that, which is then going to give you... Never mind. You got a range of 2. I've already done the Elvis Costello one. 19 arrows. That's the way you do it. Oh, I reserved it. I pressed the wrong button. I just started hitting buttons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Generally, I'd prefer this structure. But yeah, it'd be nice to get some explorers in here, I guess, if we could. Just any resources you can get. You don't. I'm not putting 13 extra units out there. That's no good. Okay. We lost a little bit there. But we just got arrows, which means I think we want to go... Well, I think it's pretty simple. Let's work it out, okay? If you go sword to arrows, you'd lose too much. So you want to create arrows, then extend your arrows, then go arrow v arrow v arrow v arrow. I can't turn everything into swords, unfortunately, because swords had the fewest. I guess maybe I could have... No, because I could have sacked arrows lower and then added them to swords, maybe, but... Seemed okay. Recruit 3 arrows for each connected forest. Gain 20 wood for each building in its row. I think we need some more farming to extend our run. We're doing a good job of the battles. Like, we need some resources. Go ahead and give me... Well, what do we need for upgrades the most? Wheat, because we also need slots, I think. Go ahead and give me 200 wheat for free. Go ahead and unlock... let's unlock the exploited lands. We had that in the tutorial. It seemed okay. Food Depot does sound like an American restaurant, man. And then in our missions menu, we've done it. Obviously, we're going to fight, man. The question is, do we want to fight 50-50 forest, or do we want to fight 75-25 plains? We definitely want to fight 75-25 plains. And then I'm thinking, we spend 100 to unlock. You've got axes and arrows. Arrows beat axes. So this might be a situation where we store the arrows and then just try to combine all of our forces into our own arrows to destroy your axes. And then I think that we place a carpenter to try to farm resources off this as well. There's only 4 forests. That doesn't matter. So we're storing their arrows. Rally points love planes. Okay. Who does it, man? The modern marvels. Huge. And then you recruit 10 for each military building aligned with it. It would be... You would do best, like, here. And then just don't play military buildings aligned with it. Sounds perfect, man. Sounds perfect to me. Give me a reserve. We'll build our forests out over here. Are you going mad? I think I'm finally understanding life for the first time in a while is what's happening here. Why? Why did you get so much? Because you recruited at least 6. Oh my god, it's over for you, man. It's over for you. You're done. Then there's no way we're ever going to beat 39 axes. Like, we're never going to recruit more archers. So my thinking is I'm going to drop you here so I can drop more planes on top of you. Then, let's get a double explore coming out. We're farming resources for the future. You got to think about the future as well, not just the present. Haters will say it's fake. You get dropped here. Carpenter, we want to drop in the same row as other buildings. Same row. Well, okay, obviously we want you like this then. And then you do well against adjacent plains and fields. So I'm going to place you right here, which should give us more... Whatever. Gives us more wood. That's what I'm talking about. Wouldn't expect you to understand. Forest there? No, farm there. Adjacent? Like this. Farm here, because it's 20 more wood. Oh my god, man! And then get ready for the recruiting! Oh, it wasn't as much as I thought it would be, to be honest, but still. The Giga Farm. And then we want to hold arrows. Honestly, pretty good spot for a long piece. I hate to give them extra recruiting, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm okay with it because we get exploring off of it and we mog you to the extreme regardless. You do well with adjacent plains. Adjacent forests, I should say. I guess I probably could have gotten 3 off of that, maybe not. Maybe not, I don't know. Get an Explorer if you can. Dude, was I just stupid the last time I played this? The last time I played this, I was like, this is the hardest game I've ever played in my life. And now I'm like, I'm interfacing with all the mechanics, they're all intersecting, and I've mastered it. Arrows beat swords, which means, sorry, axes beat swords, which means arrows beat axes. But the other thing you can do is have axes beat axes by doing this. $74? Oh, man. Oh, man. 37 extra gold. Fire Emblem Tetris? You're giving me YouTube title suggestions, man. Well, we haven't had any problem with military so far. So, let's go for more production so we can keep extending our advantages, I think. Yes, it's a good time to remind you. Drop Duchy comes out May 5th. We're doing a sponsored stream today. Thank you to the arcade crew for the sponsorship. It comes out on May 5th with wishlisted. If you enjoy what you're watching, wishlisted, so you'll be reminded on Monday. 2-3 days, that's a long time. You might forget. Things pop up. I'm sure they would love if you added it to your wish list. I don't want to trade yet. I'm happy with what I got. I also don't think I would trade gold. I would trade gold. Otherwise, I'm fairly happy with the balance of our resources right now. The boss. We need 75 plus on the boss. To me, well, let's see what they got on offer here. Obviously, they got a little of everything. We could take out either swords or axes. We would take out their axes, because we get big axes that could crush swords easily. We got 8 and 8. I do think we would love to upgrade our swords, if possible, which is via this menu. We're going to upgrade our swords so that we do better against arrows by having more swords. And then is there anything we can upgrade for pure wheat that would be useful? Kind of. Not really. I guess we could have gotten an extra slot. But you can always pull carpenter if you want. But what would you place instead? Don't really need anything else. So we're going to store their swords. No. We're going to... I forgot! Let me think about this. We're going to store their arrows are going to come out, which means we need swords, because swords beat arrows. We would also prefer not to have axes then, so that... But wait, they've got swords. We would prefer to... Whatever, man. What are we strongest against? We generate more axes, so we're strongest against swords, so we should store their axes. The wall is a mighty boss that forces you to play compact. It starts with a massive group which will lose units every time the wall goes up in the grid. Pay attention to the red zone. If any piece locks here, the round will end immediately. I remember. Rally Point loves to be next to plains. So we're going to not let that happen. I'm not going to worry about production. I'm going to worry about building compact. So I'm going to put a carpenter here, rally here so we get a little extra wood, and then explore. Put some forest next to it. You do well against... You do well when you're adjacent to forests. Right. You do well when you're adjacent to military buildings. We're placing you no matter what. You get stored for now. Obviously, I don't want you to be adjacent to military buildings. You do well adjacent to planes. That's something I can understand. Now that's something everybody can enjoy. Hang on, I'm getting a little scared. You do well adjacent to fields, but wooden fortress turns forest into... Okay, yeah, no, so this can work. Guys. It should fit, guys. It should fit. It should be able to get in there. Okay, okay, fine. I know it looks bad, but just give it a second here. You come down. You fit very nicely indeed. I put you adjacent to a military building. My bad! It's alright, we're still mogging you to the extreme. You do well next to fields. This thing's got 120 on it. We gotta be a little cautious about that. What do you do well next to? You turn forests into plains and recruit. You recruit 4 swords. We would recruit 4 axes. And then we would hold... No, because we got to hold this because we're not going to hold arrows. Okay. In that case, there's really no other option. You have to go there. You can go there. You can go... You're going to screw this whole thing up for me. Farms go next to big plains. I'm going to leave a space. I can live with that. And then our farm goes here, converts a whole bunch, which leads to better garrisoning at the rally point. Never mind. Watchtower does well for fields. Really thought it would get a little more than that. Pavilion does well for adjacent military buildings. This might be tough, guys. This might be tough. Obviously, we're not gonna put you next to adjacent military buildings. That's just psychotic. You're gonna go here. I hate to leave it a space. No, you're not. Yeah, you are, kind of. Because otherwise we end the round. But that means we're ending the round the other way. Unless we want to place more units. Which actually might be good to push you up a little bit. Because what do? Garrison 11, you turn forests into plains. Unless maybe just by placing that you move up a little bit. They didn't move up. I have to believe that if I drop Wooden Fortress... You're gonna move up one. You didn't move up, you scumbag! I did that for no reason! How could you do that to me? Oh, brother! Well, I don't see how we couldn't be cooked. Where are you putting the wall down? I guess right there is good. Okay, it's simple, man. Arrows beat axes. No, it's not possible. But we might not die. We might just lose the fight but have some HP left. Arrows beat axes. Which then become swords. Big swords. Which rinse arrows. The remainder goes and fight swords. And then I don't know what happens on the wall. $37, 26, no, 29, 14. We lose 16 HP, but we lived. We lived. We've beaten Act 1 with the Duchy. We've gotten 100 gold. Probably could have done a little bit better, don't get me wrong. But I told you we were going to beat Act 1. I told you we were going to beat Act 1. Mountains. Now they're talking about mountains, man. Harvest 20 stone for each connected mountain. Recruit 2 arrows for each plane or field adjacent to the connected mountain pieces. That seems like the type of thing a guy like me can understand. Obtain a building card. I think we would like a military building card. Old Tower. I like a one spacer, man. You could put it anywhere. Recruit 5 swords for each mountain piece in range, plus 30 if surrounded by mountain. Surrounded. 2 swords for each connected forest and 5 for each connected mountain. Plus 30 if surrounded by mountain. Let's try it, man. 30% mountain, 30% mountain. Peaceful. We're always going to fight. I'll tell you that. It's on fleek. We're not worrying about the tech tree all that much. What we are worried about, I would say, let's go to the fight. We need to get 70 plus. You have arrows and swords. We can save one thing. I'm not even worried about that. We rinsed you verily. We're going to add our old tower. And we're going to cut our sword generator, which is wooden fortress. We're going to cut that to have something that farms, was what I was hoping for. Something that farms. Why not? Maybe a roadhouse. They're hitting me with that, like, when will my life begin type guitar. You know what I'm talking about, Jay? Like Tangled, when will my life begin guitar? Sunday morning, the usual line up. Mop the floor and sweep till the toes all clean. Then shine up. And then by then it's like 7:15, and then I'll read a book, or maybe 2 or 3. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, we want to surround with a mountain. It's so doable, man. This might not count as surrounded. Whatever. For each terrain in the row. I'm assuming we'll get some more. I told you. Now we got some stone to work with. They want Old Tower. Recruit 7 for each mountain piece in range. Obviously, you're getting sequestered on the left side of the map. We do need fields, though. Just thinking. We need our own mountains, but fields are important for us to generate units. We do best for mountains in range. Okay, I'm going to drop a forest here. You go there. Let's store... We want to store arrows. No, we generate a lot of... Wait, axes lose to arrows. Yeah, we want to store arrows. We got our own watchtower coming in. Might sound a little crazy. I think you drop it... What do you like? You like mountains. You drop it here. Mountain here. Then your own watchtower occupies this little spot right there. farm? I'm just thinking about where I'd like my farm to be. Watchtower does well with planes. I hate to do it. I'm going to drop this down. We're going to store the next one that comes down. I just don't, I'm not comfortable with the setup that they got going on here. And this is a long-term building project right here. You just got to give it a second. You might not believe in it right now. You'll probably start believing in ghost stories right about now, I'd imagine, when you see the recruiting that we're doing here. Not to mention the exploration that just took place. Old Tower does well when surrounded by mountains. We're going to save this watchtower, so we're going to drop swords down there. Carpenter loves to have buildings in its row. That's a column, unfortunately. I still believe. No. Sorry, I pulled a Caesar right there. That's what we wanted. Then you can at least get one here. 2! I could have gotten 3. I could have gotten 4 now that I look at it. You get stored. You go here. You create some fields. We got more stuff coming. We got the cavalry's coming. We haven't gotten our military buildings yet, man. Our military buildings appear to not exist. Old Tower loves to be near mountains. Ah! Got a lot of resources, though. Rally Point loves plains, so you're going to get dropped in there. No. This looks bad, but I think it's right. Old Tower goes here to recruit swords. Rally Point can't fit down there, bro. It doesn't fit, man. You're gonna have to put it there. That's not a whole lot of resources for a fella like me. Then you go here. No matter what, you gotta generate some swords. Guys, we might be in trouble. At least we got a little bit more exploration, though. Okay, let's take an appraisal of the situation, okay? We need to press some advantages. Axes beat swords. Here's what I have to think about, okay? Swords beat arrows. But like, so if I fight you, I'm going to take you down to like 3, right? Or maybe I should just go. Actually, I think it might be doable. Become 32 archers. Then you have 10 archers after the fight, which becomes 22 axemen. You fight here. Instead of losing 14, you lose 7. 50. Okay, I think that might be the play, man. You ready? To arrows, to you. Probably fight the weakest and then the strongest. 10 left. Go to 22 axemen. 22 versus 17 leaves us with 10. Well, okay. Whatever. The only HP that matters is your last HP. A 1 tile is so nice, man. I think it's clear we need more military units. So, let's just take a hunting lodge and not think about it. You've taken damage, but you're not out yet. You can refill by spending gold. I don't need to do that. The only HP that matters is your last HP. Give me another military card. I mean, I'll take it, but like, I think we're getting to the point where we need to take advantage of our resources here. So we have 2 wooden fortresses, one of which is upgraded. You've been sold for 50 gold. Everything else, I'm content to keep, but... What do we got? Give the boss 25 or fight individuals who have 80 plus strength. Let's get a training camp unlocked here for the future. I'll fight individuals with 80 plus strength. They're very sword heavy, so we want to be very axe heavy. Let me go take a look at my cards here real quick. We want to be axe heavy. Rally point has been awesome for us. We can't quite afford the upgrade. We can afford a hunting lodge upgrade. So I'm thinking we want axes. We don't necessarily want arrows, although arrows could become axes. So for me, that means you could probably cut Watchtower and run another hunting lodge instead, because axes are going to dominate swords. And then cut... Oh, but are we really going to get enough? We need 80 plus. It might be nice... I was going to get more farming buildings, but it might be nice to get more production buildings. Like more military buildings. Like we don't necessarily need gold. Wood clearer turns forests into plains. Gives you wood. I'm going to put a wood clearer out here instead of a roadhouse. Because plains also are things that we recruit on. But you recruit on forests. But then we turn them into plains. Yeah, this will work, man. This will work. Mercenary camp. Straight up garrison 20. We know we're saving axes so we can dump swords. Outposts recruit for mountains. We'll just dump it right there. Then we'll build our mountain over here. Our plains over here. Old tower does better for each mountain in range. What's your range anyway? Adjacent, okay. And farms turn plains into fields. I mean, you could, if you wanted to get, a little testy with it, man. You wanted to get a little, don't be silly. Get some resources. Get some resources. Explore the line. Get in range of as many mountains as possible. Try not to stress it too much, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You go there. You definitely go in this vicinity. It's a nutrient-rich world. You do best against mountains as well. This is not against, but I'm gonna dump you there. I think mountains are less valuable to us than plains right now. We can recruit a lot off of the plains. But dude, the rally point has to go there. If anything gets stored for a second, you do well against mountains. Or with mountains. Rally point goes here. I think I should have rotated you in the other direction, but that's all right. We'll put more plains right there. Oh, you're in for a nightmare world, man. Wood clearer turns forests into plains. Giving us much more recruiting. I told you. I told you. Okay, this is looking pretty good. 30. Oh, and then you got the bonus. Old tower. Does, oh, wait, we were supposed to store arrows, man. I guess we'll store swords instead. That's unfortunate. You're pretty much tapped. You're an explorer. Hunting lodge loves to be close to forests. I think it's store. Hate to do it, but I have to defend myself as well. And then a hunting lodge right here. Recruits very nicely indeed, man. Connected. It just has to be connected. I hate to place you here, but we also have a great location for a carpenter, man. Get 80 wood off of that placement. I'm all about that type of stuff. Please, I can't see. It's all wood as far as the eye can see, man. That's all right. That's all right, because look at this. We're getting explorations. This was a great performance today. We stored the wrong unit, but apart from that, it was a great performance today. Now, they do have 80 strength, and we don't. No, they have 70 strength, and we don't. Axes dominate swords. So, you might as well create the biggest axes you can get and go like that, and maybe there's some prayer involved. 51, 56, 42, 28. We need more military. I'm realizing I'm focusing too much on the production and not enough on the military. We need more military. Let's take another old tower. Horse stable. We'll read those when they show up, man. You added 10 archers with the last place stone? My bad, y'all. Connected forest. Send 12 to each allied military building aligned with it. That could be interesting. Gold depot. No, we want food depot. I'll tell you what, I'm taking 200 right off the jump, and the reason for that is because I'm going to buy a new slot. I would trade 90 gold for some stone just to have it. And of course, we're always going to fight, man. We're always going to fight. We would love to fight with more planes than anything else. $300 to unlock. We place a training camp. What is vantage point? For each planar field adjacent to connected mountains. And I think, what about no production, man? Like, forget carpenter. It's dire straits. Give yourself a vantage, give yourself an old tower, because I think I understand it a little bit better, even if I can't seem to get the mountains surrounded. We want... It'd be nice to have a lot of swords to beat the archers, but then we need archers to beat the axes. I don't know. Let's try. I'm getting twisted. I'm already thinking about the next run. Store an axe, I think, is definitely what we want. Farms turn plains into field. Okay, I think this is... We got new tech here. You get stored. You get placed. Now, wood clearer, I don't really know what to do with you, to be honest. I'm going to pop you down right there, and I'm going to pop you down right there. You're going to create some more fields. The field may become a plain, exactly. And then we want a mountainous region. We're going to have to deal with a rally point at some point, man. Okay, this is not looking great. Hunting Lodge loves to have connected forest pieces. It's the sort of thing that hasn't come to pass yet. But you never know. Old Tower loves mountains. This can work, bro. Some long pieces would really hit the spot. Okay, you love plains and fields. Well, obviously, we can't let that happen. Your range is 3. You'll recruit a little bit off of this, but like, what can I do? You're recruiting 5. I'm not even sweating 5. I gotta put you somewhere. It's not as scuffed as you think. It's more scuffed than I thought it was, but there's still a lot of hope involved here. Watch this. Beautiful spot for the old tower. Huge. You love to be next to plains. Obviously, we can't let that come to pass. You don't hate forests. You hate forests. That's what we want. Okay, Jenny. You love to be next to fields and plains. You love to be next to... Okay. Okay, hang on. Uh-oh, y'all. It's getting kind of hazy. Training camp, military buildings that are aligned with it. Well, we can get a lot of stuff in a line. Hang on. That's a low recruit, but then this changes everything. These aren't aligned! How are these not aligned, man? You didn't look? I don't have to look, they're aligned! I know what the word means in my heart. Oh, this is looking not so good. Look at the dots. I don't need the dots. I have a dictionary. It's that simple, bro. Time, send it. $39 swords. 5 swords. 24. Okay, we lost. That's okay. It's actually good to lose in a roguelite, because then you can start your next run with increased knowledge. That's the important part. This is not going to happen again. It's not going to happen again. By the way, this is Drop Duchy. It comes out on Monday. Add it to your wish list. Thank you to the arcade crew for the sponsorship. Exclamation point Duchy. D-U-C-H-Y. You ain't got no alibi, you Duchy. Get an alarm tower. Okay. Act 1. We're so good. All we need to do is focus on production. We even start with another building this time. And some extra resources. I mean, it's been 12 years of this comment. I know you were probably 8 the first time it was written, but NL sells these games so well because it makes me immediately want to go and do better. Some things never change. People are still writing this sentence as if it's the first time anyone has ever thought of it. Hate that comment? You were probably the first dude who made it back in like 2012 or something like that. Now, come back in a year for the part 2, which is when you leave a comment that I can't see, usually in like a Steam review or on Reddit or something, that was like, I bought this because I thought that NL was really bad at it, but then when I actually played it for myself, I found out that he was actually making it look easier than it was. That's the next step, and it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Go ahead, play me and Isaac, man. Play me and Isaac. Turn plains into fields. Turn forests into plains. Plains into fields, forests into plains. We want a deck with as many plains as possible. Huge. I don't have anything else. I don't know why I'm looking. Is there anything I can upgrade? I would happily upgrade you, man, and get more resources. We should upgrade farm before we even start playing. And then play Tetris. This ain't right, man. You got a range of 2. It's kind of a horrible place for you. Look at that. There we go. Get some exploration out here. There's a demo. Even better. Check out the demo and then add the game to your wish list. How about that? It's got everything the body needs. Wood clearer turns forests into plains. In that case... And then... I actually don't want you yet. I actually don't want you either. Turns forests into plains. Acceptable. To be honest, I don't really know if it's acceptable. Because this is my first time playing. I do see a long piece coming my way, though. Drop the long piece. This is going to be great for resources. Holy cow, man. Freeze it. Turn it. There's no more exploration coming. But that was a pretty good day of farming, as long as you ignore the fact that we have 0 wood. Just a more satisfying piece to place there. Clearly, we would love to generate more wood, which we can do by town, though. When explored, gains 75% of all other exploration in its row, or harvest if placed next to a... let's go orchard, man. And then obtain a building card. This time we're going to want military. We want not arrows. So we go swords. It's that simple. Why no arrows? Because we already have arrows. We would love to go to the wood department and gain 200 wood. I don't feel like I'm comfortable getting rid of HP right now. And a hostile region that's 75% plains, that seems like a walk in the park for a fella such as myself. You spend 50, but you're going to freeze swords and try to kill with arrows. You're going to spend 50 to unlock so you can place an orchard. Then I think we're going to cut a wood clearer and put a wooden fortress down instead. Wood, it does like the same thing, but you generate some swords off of it. And then... I think you should farm up, man. That seems like a great upgrade. Max level farm. You know what, in that case, let's spend some extra wheat and we'll add a wood clear. Because it's all about the econ. It's all about the econ. Okay, early farm. Alarm tower does well when aligned with other buildings. Understandable. Have a good day. I think I know where I want to go with this. I'm going to store you for a second. I'm going to put farm down here and try to create just an unbelievable setup that it'll boggle your mind. Aligned. I think I was going to not deal with axes. I think I was going to save axes, but I think this is still sick. You got a good range. We're gonna blow you away, quite frankly. You're not gonna stand a chance, man. Like, are you seeing the type of stuff we're going up against here? Look at the freaking fields, dude. look at the fields. Look at the fields. If adjacent to a production building. That's tough. That's hard for me to guarantee. But one thing I know for certain, I could drop this on you, and then I could put a wood clearer here, which is a production building, I'm sure. Which allows me to generate some resources. And okay, turn 20 squares into fields with a single farm. Don't mind if I do. For each military building aligned with it. Whatever. I don't. You have swords. Okay. You got mad weapons too. I think I'm actually going to put you here. And then I'm going to store a mercenary camp. when it comes up. I'm chill. We store a mercenary camp. Dump you. Dump you. Explore. It never ends, man. Our wooden fortress turns forests into plains, into plowshares. Pretty solid in this house. I'm going to give myself a little bit of flexibility in case we have one more production building coming, which I'm guessing we don't, but it should be... Oh my god, I'm seeing the lines. It's like this. Okay, it's now it's about exploring the bottom. It's this. It looks horrible, but it's the right play. This allows us maximum exploration, so we can farm resources. And then you just dump everything down the right. That's the next guy's problem, man. That's the next guy's problem. And now you're done. Axes lose to arrows. So we go big arrows, fight small, fight big. It's just that easy, people. It's just that easy. Did you see the farm? Did you see the farm, by the way? Did you see what we did with that? That was kind of sick, right? Each square counts as a field that generates 20 wheat when explored. We're kind of already decent on wheat. I like the idea of wood clearer and farming up, but did you finish a run yet? Guys, when the game doesn't come out for 3 days, what's your streak? What are you talking about here? Siege camp, tax office, 0 crowns available. Trade resources. I'm not trading anything. I feel like we got a great array of resources right now. If anything, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take more wheat because I want to unlock more spaces on the board. Peaceful region. No, I've reinforced the boss, man. But we can farm. We can farm. We can farm, though. So let me see. We don't have a wood clearer out there. I would say let's go nubby mode. Let's pay to unlock, put out another wood clearer, and if we have relevant upgrades to production buildings, then take them, man. You're a relevant upgrade to a production building. You're a relevant upgrade to a production building. The achievements, they don't stop coming. Let's put it that way. I think I've actually gotten it, man. I think I'm starting to figure it out. Wood clearer. We want that to be in the wood department. Man, he is figuring it out. That's a great one to leave right there. Wooden fortress, also a great storable. It turns forests into... Oh, it recruits! So what do we care? We'll just place it here. It can become like a useful idiot for us. I mean, farm is going to go crazy. I can live with like this, but what are you going to do with your forest? You're probably going to store it. Nah, man. No, I'm not about that life. We're going to go there. Farm goes here. Do you see what I freaking see, man? Then... Oh, it's the full-on multi-exploration bonus. You recruit based on fields in range. It kind of matters. I'm going to put you here. It matters for gold, which I don't really care about too much. But then we can hold a wood clearer for a situation in which there's more wood. Like this one, for example. Orchard loves to be next to production buildings. Guys. Guys. I didn't even do it on purpose. Obviously, you're going there. I know exactly what I'm doing. I wouldn't concern yourself. I would say I know exactly what I'm doing. You're absolutely right. That's the most prosperous duchy you've ever seen in your entire life. It was laid out perfectly. The farm is beautiful. We explored like crazy. We completed a quest, which is now going to start us with an upgraded watchtower every single time. We farmed 416 freaking wheat, man. End of round, recruit 3 swords for each square of the horse stable and the closest building in its row. So if you sequester this, you can get a lot, man. Recruit 4 for each. I mean, you kind of need a rally point though, just for raw manpower. And then you want to go to a hostile region straight away. Don't let me stop you. I'm sorry. I'm 12% of the way through the tech tree because I'm absolutely goated with it. It has never been done before. Oh, you need 2 crowns to go further. New terrain river. What do you got? What do you got, brother? You got a little of not everything. If we store axes, then we run axes against you. I'm now going nubby mode. I'm realizing you want to unlock all of your slots as fast as possible, and you want to upgrade your production buildings as quickly as possible because otherwise you're leaving capacity on the table. So we're going to sequester axes. You're right, swords. We're going to sequester their axes regardless, though. A rally point does well versus planes. Are we? I know I said sequester their axes. Is that what I meant? We're going to sequester them for now, anyway. Sequestered in Memphis. So true. I went there on business, is what I'm hearing. Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom. They were spitting when they said that, man. Forests turn into plains. I know exactly what we're rocking here. Just it starts slow, but just give it a sec. That's so satisfying. Garrison 14, no matter what. Well, I hate to dump you here because I could dump forests here, but everything has trade-offs in this life, man. This is huge. Oh my god, this is insane. Because then you can just straight up... I'm still going to slot you in right here. I see that there's a juicy spot for this one, but I'm going to slot you in right there. And then you should go here. We recruit even more. You flip it. You recruit once more. Oh, baby. Orchard is a harvest building. We barely care, to be honest. I need some more wood buildings. Like, you turn forests into plains. There's not a whole lot I can really do with that. I can get a little exploration out of it, but... Well... It's another wood clearer. I think the ticket is you drop the wood clearer just for exploration. Then all of a sudden, this is like a pretty big deal. I think. Perhaps not. Oh, farm me. Farm me, though. Farm me first. And then flip it. And then flip it. And then farm again. Oh, another few for you, good sir. No more for you, though? No more for you? Watchtower loves to be adjacent to fields. I'm the type of beast that can't let that happen. So I'm going to get a little risky with it. Love that for us. And then it's all about exploration if we can send it, man. Get a little exploration. That's not bad, man. That's a pretty good layout, considering the circumstances we were presented with. Swords beat arrows. So, I know this is going to look backwards. Swords beat arrows. So, well, let's look at the counterfactuals, okay? The arriving army changes to the destination army. So we definitely want 32 swords. 32 swords would lose 7 and go to 25. And then it would lose 6 and go to 19, which would leave us with 46. Alternatively, we can go straight to 32. It's 29. We can go to 59. 59 minus 27. No, 59 minus 14. 59 minus 27 is 32. I think you just go raw and then get the rest of the army at the end. Oh, they would all become swords. That's probably true. That's probably true. Either way, my army mogs your army. Your army wishes it was my army. I need to look at my deck briefly. So we have an arrow and a sword and an axe building. Our axe building is the best. Our forest building, or sorry, our sword building is the worst. I think this is a reroll. We'd love to see a better sword building. Alarm tower, recruit 10 axe for each enemy military building aligned with it. I gotta throw that one in, man. Even though we're still a little sword deficient, that seems huge to me. I trade not. I trade not. And they're gonna have 90 skill. I'm not even concerned about it. We expand, add the alarm tower, create a plan. We cut either swords or axes. Axes are best for us, so we hold their rally point. Note to self, hold their rally point. Should have upgraded some buildings, to be honest. I forgot we have 500 wood. Okay, forest section of the map. We really need a plain section of the map, but I'm gonna set it up like that. What did I say we were holding from them? We're holding their rally point. That's right, that's right. It's a bummer. It's gotta go there. Hold the rally point. Drop the wood clearer. Right there. I'm gonna get a little silly. I'm gonna drop our farm right here. So we got a lot of room to work with. And you love to be adjacent to forests, which I'm not gonna let happen. So I'm gonna pop you right there. A fellow wood clearer. You're gonna go here. You love to be adjacent to military buildings. That's obviously something that I cannot allow to happen. You go there, you get placed here. Reason being, oh no! My bad, y'all. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. We got room to work with. Don't even worry about it. You love to be what? You love to be adjacent to forests. Okay. We obviously don't like that to happen. We're chopping wood and we're exploring. I didn't blow it. I didn't blow it. Just give it a second. Have mercy. You kind of hate to do this, but we farm a little, we convert, we farm a little. Appreciate that. Anything helps. It gives us a great spot for our rally point. We want at least 6 planes over there. What's strategic pavilion, bro? Well, there's really like no other spot for this, which is very sad for me. You'd love to be adjacent to military buildings. Obviously, it's something that we can't allow. Now, alarm tower is interesting. Recruit 10 for each military building aligned with it. Oh, baby! It's a living. It's a living, man. What can you do? Ah! Rally point loves to be adjacent to planes. I gotta put my wooden fortress down, though, man. No, but then with no. You. Oh, this is bad. Just think for a second. It's exactly what I did last time that screwed us. You just gotta send it. You gotta deal with the 30. Yeah, send it, send it. That was a happy accident there at the end. Alright, I believe we're gonna lose HP. Swords beat axes. No, axes beat swords. But then we got a lot of arrows to cook with. Arrows beat swords too. I'm thinking you go big axe. Chop it up a little. Chop it up a little. Arrows don't... remove. Chop up the swords. Pick up the party. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, there's no way, man. We're gonna have 3 HP, bro. Not ideal. I think we should start a new game. Because I think that one's cooked, and I'm looking at the remaining time, and I wanna put down an honest to goodness try, rather than starting on 3 HP in Act 2. I want to put down an honest to goodness try. I think it's a hold R situation. And we learned optimum technology last time, by the way. Upgrade immediately on the farm. And then... store. It's all about farm placement early, man. I don't like the way this has begun. Oh wait, no, it's fine because you turn wood into plains, bro. It's completely fine. And then you're a 2-piece Andy. You go on top, become another plane. And another. And another. And I'm thinking, farm now goes right there. I got high hopes for this, man. It's one of those situations you got to think a little bit about the future, unfortunately. Now you're going to say, NL, this is crazy. What you've got going on here doesn't make any sense. Wrong, buddy. That's where you're wrong. I don't care too much about my gold. I care about my resource farming, which is why I did it this way. So that I can then, and then, hit him with one of these beautiful explorers. One of those beautiful explorers. This goes there. If we want to explore... Actually, this goes there. This gets stored. You get placed. You go here for a double explore. Good, good finish at the end. Not a lot of gold, but a lot of resources. Each square counts as a field, which gains 20 wheat when explored. Garrison 10, range 2, eliminate 8 from each enemy group in range. I gotta give it a try. I wanted more farming, but I gotta give that a try. And then we just took a military, so give me a production. I think we should prioritize wheat if we can. Town is wheat, because it's everything. And then you should give me wheat, so that we can expand our board faster. And then I 100% want to go hostile. First I want to get a barracks. I can't afford to. My bad, y'all. We have enough problems with the boss as is. We shouldn't make them any harder to deal with. Without a doubt, you upgrade your farm. With 282 wheat, we get the space to put everything on the board. Got 182 wheat left. I would like to upgrade town, but you know, wood clearer. Okay. Look at this, man. Look at this. And we store... Well, I think we store an arrow and then rely on sheer numbers, including axes. No, well, I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. In what? I mean, we could just place 2 units close and then try to put our siege camp like in between them. When explored, gains 75% of all other exploration in the row. I think we want forest here. Question is, what constitutes a row in this world? I would look at it like... We want this to be stacked up in 3 so that it's part of 3 different rows. That makes sense to a fella such as myself. Hate to place you, but that's okay. Man's got to think a little bit. One of these should get stored. In range. I feel like we want to put our siege tower right there. I recognize you got stronger, but that's our siege camp. It doesn't fit there. I didn't know that. Okay. Worst watchtower of all time just dropped. Either way, we get 10 and we sap 8. That's pretty big. Now, a wood clearer could really help out our watchtower, which was completely useless until a second ago. And then at some point, ideally, like a farm shows up. Want space for our other wood clearer? There's our farm. I don't know where that's going to go yet. I don't know where that's going to go yet. Got to think about that. Range 2, my lord. Favorite Blur song. IMO. Honestly, I'm just stacking, man. Don't get on my case, all right? We're turning as many into fields as we turn forests into plains and then plains into fields. We're lucky that was the end. You flip it and you flip it again. I thought we did okay there. Wait, they literally only have 6 dudes on the board? Okay, get mogged severely. start with a better farm every time. Love that saves us some wheat, man. I do think we need a military building. We have no means of generating swords. I'm sorry to say it, I think we got to reroll. I'd love something that gets swords. How about an alarm tower? More axes, and also seems to synergize with the camp. I'm going to go wood to wheat. My reasoning for wood to wheat, very simple, I think. The more wheat you have, the more units you can drop. You go wheat early to Nubby Max, and then wood and stone from Act 2 onwards. I only had one new thing to add. Not bad, y'all. I didn't look at what they had. Pause. Town. You know it's going there. Mercenary camp is just regular garrison. We can figure it out at runtime, man. I think we want town like that. Recruit 7 for each okay, we're gonna be placing a mercenary camp and holding a stronghold. That seems like a given. Then you got to figure out what you're going to do with this piece. I'm not necessarily thrilled about it. I mean, it's rife for a T-spin, man. if you could just get it to slot in right there. Love another military building there. Hate to do this, but at some point you gotta do what you gotta do, right? This arrangement's really starting to pee me to be honest with you. Wait, no, but then but then I can't put anything there. Enough. It's a perfect spot for a farm. Enemy military building aligned with whatever. Perfect is the enemy of good. I've sapped you. I've sapped you good. I've explored nicely. Wait, we can recover. We just need a bit of a long piece. That's no sweat, man. We don't even need a long piece. We just needed patience. What does Stronghold do again? 7 for each adjacent empty square or border. Maybe you should just drop it off at the top. There's no great spot to put you, man. You're gonna generate 14 off of that, but like it's... Is there any way I don't get you? I have to put you here. But then I gotta build up a little bit. Whatever, we're exploring maxing. I had no choice. If I didn't do that, they will kill us both. Now this we could explore maybe, but I have to create as little borders. The edge counts! Oh no! We literally still mog you, by the way. We got 9 dudes. We got 5 dudes left. Alright, now we know for the future at least. That was horrible, man. Someone being told they got... I can't read that during the sponsor stream. I'm sorry. It's a great bit, though. It's a great bit. Guy who has an inferiority complex because he finds out he wasn't conceived by quote-unquote real Blankman. Not the Damon Wayans post, but yeah, that's a good bit. You guys should be comedians. Because that's a really good bit. Has anyone ever told you guys are funny? I feel like we're all about adjacent military buildings, man. Not to drink my juice in South Central? Yes, sir. I know exactly what you're talking about. Is that what CB4 is from? Or is that from the movie called CB4? Oh, okay. I guess we'll give the boss 15 extra juice. I don't really want to... I want to upgrade, but exclusively for wood. Can't be done? Then I'm not doing it. This is a farming round. I just hate starting with that piece, man. It's not like this is much better. Like, you're straight up flicking me. You know it and I know it. You plan on going beast mode in the next hour? Anything's possible, I guess. Why not, man? Great spot for a woodcutter. I can't say that I will, and I can't say that I won't. How does that strike you? How does that work out for you? Beautiful spot for it. Goblin mode? I think goblin mode's kind of unlikely. Beast mode more likely than goblin mode, I would say. What are you? You're a wood clearer? With a range of 2. Beautiful. And then... Nice. Is there any way to see if we got like long pieces coming out? Because if we don't have long pieces, we should start sending our short pieces. There's a long piece right there, my friend. There's a long piece right there. Alarmed. Each enemy military building aligned with it? Yeah, I have a feeling we're not going to get too many of those on this mission. 3 pieces remain. Okay. I think we want this. This one's definitely coming down this way. I'm going to call it successful farming mission right here. Didn't even think about that. Sometimes it works out in your favor, man. Explore. And then, if only I could place one more piece, but still, that was good, man. Send 12 to each military building aligned with it, man. I think I gotta do it. It's also, that's such a nice... I mean, in a game like Tetris, having a block that's only 3 spaces is like a huge tactical advantage. Almost as good as having a block that's only 1 space. I think I'm very content with my resources. Now, don't lose... We're gonna do everything in our power to not lose health against the boss. So first, we do want to add the training camp. Upgrade if you can. The only upgrade is town. I'd still like to do it. It's very cheap. And then, we stink at generating swords. We're good at generating arrows. Which means, we want to... take one of their arrows off? Or maybe take their rally point off. Let's just send it. Let's send it. Strategic Pavilion. Recruit 12 for adjacent military buildings. We store that for a minute. Let's go forest on the right. I'm that type of guy. And then you recruit for adjacent military buildings. And you send to each allied military building that's aligned. So I think... military, each 4. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Strategic pavilion goes here. Our strategic pavilion. A long piece here. Their wooden garrison goes here, which gives us extra units. Then we drop a training camp on top of it, which gives us even more. Huge. Town goes here, and now we're partying. We have a great location for a rally point for them. Now, it would be nice to get more of our buildings. Range of 2. Aligned. Okay, if we could put our siege camp here, it'll sap you and get a buff from the training camp. So you, in that case, you would go like this. You would go like this. You would... You're going to screw this whole thing up for me. I just know it. Alarm tower aligned. Each enemy building aligned with it. It's simple. We use their own strategic against them. Run our siege camp right there. Sap them. Take a bonus 12 axes. Get a beautiful explorer. An alarm tower. 10 for each military building aligned. It'd be nice to drop you right. Am I willing? Because I'm worried. I'm worried I'm not going to have enough space to build into. And then you're going to pop out with 90. But this as a play... The important thing is we get 20 off of that. Yeah, the very left would have worked and just been better. It's a very good point. You're good at this, eh? You should play center. You do best with planes. In that case, we drop you here. I think I'm about to make a big mistake. Because I'm going to drop my farm right in here, and I think it's going to give you a little bit of a buff. But it also gave me a... No, it didn't affect you at all. But it gave me a substantial buff. I mean, it's important that I chop this wood so Watchtower gets better. More than farming. Buff me, please. I need it. Explore some lines. And this is the same situation we always find ourselves in. I'm not popping out their other strategic pavilion. I'll dump it. Okay, I'll dump it. We get an extra 30 because we're aligned with you. Okay. So let's see. You've got 30, 40, so you got 77, and I have like 98 or something. Right? I got 30, I got 98. I should be able to win. You're not... Are skulls? Skulls, I'm assuming, are just not weak against anything. Arrows beat axes. There's got to be a way to pull it back in the other direction. Arrows beat axes. And then you don't need arrows anymore. So you'd like eliminate axes. Arrows are the hardest for us to kill because we don't have swords. So you go full... Okay, I think I got it. Arrows fight axes. But we want the numbers to diminish. Yeah, okay. Arrows beat axes. And then get combined with axes, and what will become more axes. Kill swords. Kill you, and then whatever's left goes up against the arrows. We run this town. Win the battle, no enemies left against the wall. We take those. Now, the sponsored stream segment is technically over, but I'm going to run this, man, because I'm having a good time. And literally now, well, I mean, it's like 1 minute till the time would end, so I'm still, you know, beholden. But I'm continuing the game because I'm having a great time. Exclamation point Duchy. It comes out on Monday. Add it to your wish list, and thank you again to the arcade crew for the sponsorship. Gain 10 gold for each adjacent forest, 50 if you're surrounded by forest. Windmill, harvest 5 for each connected field. But we don't really need that much wheat. But you know what? I think I'd love to have a windmill because we have a quest for it as well. We need something soon that allows us to get swords, though. A good sword generator. Recruit 2 for each connected forest piece and 5 for each connected mountain piece. There you go. Hostile, peaceful, hostile. If you go peaceful, the boss gets 25. I'm not really willing to do that. I think we want to go hostile, plains rich. Although I didn't even look at what that locks us out of in the future, but so be it. So you're like all about swords. Swords get defeated by axes. That sounds fine to a fella such as myself. We want to put you close to other buildings, but ideally not aligned with the training camp. You garrison 18. Holy cow, man. I was going to say we want to farm on this, but I actually don't think we want to farm on this. I think we're scared. We want swords. So like cut town. Oh, but it's upgraded. We have lots of wood. Cut wood clearer to generate swords. I would love to get some more wheat though, man. Maybe like cut town to put a windmill out there. Nah, it's level 2 town. And then to upgrades. To upgrade enjoyer. I mean, harvest 7 for each connected. I guess we'll upgrade it and then maybe we will actually put it out there. We need wheat specifically more than broad resources. So we're cutting, we're cutting their axe. We see the axe, we cut it. And we want their stables to be adjacent. Okay, a field-rich area. They're gonna have a stable here. We cut their axes. Our pavilion recruits for adjacent. We want to drop their other horse stable right there. You do well for each connected forest piece. Well, that's not great. We can also put their other horses right there. This is how I'm rocking this right now. Go ahead, man. Drop a mountain right there. Then what are you going to do with this garbage? It makes sense. You just have to be a little creative. The thing you need to know is that I'm operating on levels that you've never seen before, okay? That's just the base case. That's the type of stuff I'm about right there. I know you're going to say NL. This looks a little busted. Yeah, because they won't give me long pieces, man. If they would give me long pieces, this wouldn't be a problem in the slightest. But they actively refuse to give me long pieces. So what's a boy to do, you know? They gave you one? I don't think so. They did? That doesn't sound like me. You got me confused with some other guy. Training camp. Training camp is the problem. We need to dump it over here for sure. Getting some wheat is huge. I mean, there's a... temptation. Not so good for the farm. I'll stop you right there. It's not so good for the farm. Aligned. Each military building aligned with it. Well, this is nice. Each allied military building aligned with it. That goes right there, man. I also thought it would hit you, but I didn't really look. For each enemy military building aligned with it. Turns out there would have been a better spot for you, but that's okay. We gained 10 off of that easy. And then 12 off of that easy. And then the horse stable. It gives you 18, but you're going to recruit 0 extra. And this won't even be aligned. And you're getting sieged! I didn't even think about the siege! I'd still like to explore if I can. Windmill, harvest 7 for each connected field. I mean, we mog you supremely. The question is, how many... There's no place to really put a good field. I'm just going to accept that your placement is kind of bad. Because I think this is a better placement for windmill. In harvesting 7 wheat, which is a very small number. It's one of the smallest numbers you could harvest. That was nice, though. If we could get something that converts it. I don't think we have anything else in the deck that converts it, but... I'm feeling pretty good about our exploration. Kind of resource rich. What have I done? What have I done? What? No, it's not right. It's not right. A mistake has been made. It says gains 5 for every space between this and the closest building. It's adjacent to my training camp or my siege camp. It's adjacent. In its row? Type the entire description of the card, not just the one word, so I can understand where it goes. Type the entire... Don't just type row. Gain swords for the nearest building in its row. Okay, so the nearest building in its row is this bad boy right here. But it's only 1 away. Why did it gain 20? It should have had to be 4 away. Oh, it's in 2 rows. So it's 1 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I shouldn't have turned it vertically, man. I shouldn't have turned it vertically. Now I know. Either way, we still mog you because axes mog swords, but is irritating. So, arrows become axes, which gain axes, which swallow swords into axes, which swallows arrows into axes. And then big bank take little bank. Look at that. 43 axes remain. Pretty good. Pretty good. And we farmed up Would have loved to have gotten more wheat. But we farmed up. Harvest 20 stone for each building aligned with it. Gain 15 gold for each aligned building. I think we're taking another training camp. Because I don't think we're rocking... Oh, we need 3. I don't think we're rocking too much more production because we already had one pacifist run, right? Didn't we? How about a production for now? Because we just... I was going to say we just took military, but I don't know if that's true. You're sleeping on gold? Well, there you go. How do you feel about that? Probably pretty silly. Hostile with an even split. Hostile that's plains driven. Seems like the dream for us. Now, if we're going to go axe heavy, we really want to hold their siege camp. The siege camp is just the best unit. Which means we would be going against swords predominantly, which is good because we have axes. Okay. I think I like our loadout. As is. If we could just get some upgrades, man. We play siege camp every time. Garrisons 15 eliminates more. Nothing else can be upgraded. Well, tax office could be upgraded. Was there anything... Like, let's pay for the upgrade. And then think about what we don't need. I bet we could cut a watchtower. And run a tax office instead. Touch spicy, but I believe. Tax office is a day late. Yes, my Canadian friend. Okay, siege camp is definitely being held. I want to use you as a long piece. You want to be aligned. Siege camp's being held. Strategic pavilion works on adjacency. Enemy military buildings. I think we're going to be recruiting. I think we're going to be eating good. I'm literally farming you. And there's nothing you could do to stop me. Training camp wants allied aligned units. Music's kind of going crazy too. I'm looking. You'll be aligned. Am I insane? You won't be aligned. With this, you'll be aligned. Worth. Worth. Okay. Glad we stopped and thought about it. Not to quote the Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard that you used to use for prank calls back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a cop, you idiot! Glad you had to stop and think about it. Of course you wouldn't get it. Of course you wouldn't understand. Hear me out. Flint and steel. I want to pop windmill down here. But then all I want to drop on top of it is farm. That way we can get even more resources. To go even further beyond. Now, the farm's a ways away, don't get me wrong. Eliminates from enemy camps in range. The enemy camps are not going to be in range, man. For each aligned building, gain 25 gold. That's the sort of thing I could be persuaded with, man. 75 gold? That's crazy. And then recruit 15 for each enemy military building aligned, which is useless for you. And I get more gold. You've been taxed. I get it now. I get why people are such a big fan of that. Looks bad, will be good. Because this is exactly what we wanted to have happen. And then, that's what I'm talking about, man. 56 wheat. Hidden Cave does well with rock. but does well with forests too. I mean, you could dump it there. That's a little risky. I'm gonna do this like in the worst way possible. On the what? I didn't even think about it. Oh my god. We're eating, man. And yet somehow we're still exploring too. Let's fight. But you got nothing. Axes lose to arrows, which we have. So we go arrows versus axes. Let me remove for a second. I gotta think. No, arrows beat axes. You lose 10. So you go to 34. But then we're gonna have to run arrows against swords. Hang on, there's a little puzzle associated with this. Axes beat swords. If only I could run 2 at the same time. If I could run like axes versus swords and arrows versus this and then come together. But you can't. One thing's for certain, swords useless. Swords to axes becomes 29 axes. Becomes 51 axes. Loses 20, becomes 31 axes. Becomes 75 arrows. Becomes 65 arrows. Okay, my math was a little off, but like, still turned out pretty well. Still do a dude with 248 gold. Not doing so well with the old towers. I feel like I'm doing really well with alarm towers, though. If you excuse me, open the. I'm gonna. Oh, never mind. I'll take a look at production. I gotta break down some cards though, man. Yeah, harvest from each connected mounted piece. That sounds nice. I've unlocked myself a river and also gotten a fishery. That's probably the next act, right? Gain gold or gain wood. Certainly we would love to gain wood. I'm gonna still keep taking the coward's approach. Hostile 90 plus, hostile 90 plus, even split or plains heavy. I mean, it goes without saying, we're going plains heavy. Strongholds are very annoying, but we can only hold one of them. And we do want to hold one. Loved our loadout last time, though. We are using windmills. I don't think we're going to use a quarry, so I'm not going to upgrade. You think you could handle potion sellers' strongest potions, or they put you in the ground? Younger version of myself? Younger version of myself could handle them. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I might end up in the ground. I'm not totally sure. So you need mountains. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to immediately surround you with forest. An alarm does well against aligned enemy buildings. Siege camp saps from in range, though. Hang on, there's a method to the madness. I know this looks horrendous. Drop the farm here. Siege camp mogs you severely. It saps your life force. It explores, then also allows us to drop you, which means you're going to get sapped, and we'll be able to surround you easily. And then you drop alarm tower here, and you recruit 20 off of that. And then pavilion does well when it's adjacent to military buildings. And it also gets re-garrisoned by the... Oh, no, I was thinking of training camp, but still. Still, I'm pogging. Nevertheless, sheep pog assisted, man. True story. And then old tower. Wait, I'm holding axes. When they get axes, I'm holding. We drop it here. It buffs you. Yeah. Yeah, I support that. I support that. We want to put a windmill down, like, one off, but that might not be possible. You know what? Just drop the windmill right there, then. 40 wheat in my pocket. You love stone? That's gotta hurt. And then drop our own. Whatever, it's still pretty. Oh, but it's going to leave an empty space there. It also counts as a mountain. I think I got to drop it right here and wait for a piece that fits in more fortuitously. Here's some shit that'll mess with you. What did she say? Here's some stuff that'll really bake your noodle. Whoops. I've hit every button on my keyboard with the palm of my hand. Send 12 to each military unit aligned. I'd really like to not leave you with a bunch of space. Here's what I think I'm gonna store you for a second. Drop you in here. Are we really storing a stronghold then? We must be. Which means we're rocking this. But what are we dropping down here? Nothing, man. Nothing. So I'm actually about to drop the worst training camp of all time in the service. I've made a mistake. Never mind, I'm chill. In the this one is gonna work. This one is obviously not going to work. However, what are you? A tax office fills this disgusting little gap for us while also generating like 100 gold for us. And then we fill the gap, which means this thing sucks. Okay, it took a minute. And then actually, this is not bad. And much to my surprise, we get one more exploration off the top as well. All right, what are you cooking up here? It seems like you got nothing. We want to have axes to beat swords. So, here's what I'm thinking. We have everything. Swords beat arrows. But do they? Yeah. Okay, no, here's the play. Axes beat swords. No, wait, think about it. Swords beat arrows. We want arrows to beat axes. They don't have axes. We want, okay. This might seem crazy. Fight you. We have to do the math, okay? 15 beats 10. Normally you'd use 5, but we have a 50% bonus. So this would leave us with... Sorry, normally we'd lose 10. 50% bonus means we lose 8. So as a result, we go to 7. Is that correct? 1 second. It's the greatest day of my life. It's okay. Listen, we're going to consider this an anthropological exercise, all right? I can tell just from the username, they're not from my neck of the woods. They might be from a part of the world where it's actually polite to be mean to people, but this website is American-based. In North America, we say our mean thoughts in private and we pretend to be polite in public, okay? So consider that a lesson about how the rest of the world works. I don't know how they do it in other parts of the world. In other parts of the world, it's considered impolite to be nice to somebody. But over here, we put on airs. The important part is we lose 10, but we don't lose 10. Do we lose 7 or do we lose 8? You lose 5? You lose 5? So you're saying this would leave us at 10, which would then create 20 swords. Which would then leave us with 14, which becomes 34, which becomes 58, which mogs you severely. Close enough. You were slightly off on the numbers, but close enough. I will say, and chat will rail against this because it makes it more accessible, and that offends them. But combat preview would go kind of crazy. Maybe that's in easy mode, but a combat preview would go kind of nuts. Horse stable likes to be sequestered. We don't want to sequester it because we're based on adjacency. You harvest wheat for adjacent mountains. Rally Point is really nice, but we're kind of more, we got to be a little bit more diverse in our biomes, I feel. Now, honestly, I would like to look at it, what kind of upgrades we're looking for, man. We'd obviously love to upgrade, strategic pavilion. Alarm tower actually seems like a given. So how are we looking after alarm tower? Seems like we're still, we don't have kind of resources for that, little man. No enemies this round? I do have to feel like we want as much offense as possible. So like I'm going to cut a farm and add alarm tower. And I'm going to cut tax and add training camp. And I'm going to cut windmill and add watchtower. No farm kind of crazy, I'll admit, but... What is this? The keep doesn't add enemy cards to the round deck because its buildings are already there. Beware of its towers, they will call in reinforcements every time you align a building with them. Y'all? My worldview is shattered. You go here. You go here. I don't really know what to do with you, to be honest. Maybe you can go here. And then I'm thinking a watchtower. Well, that's a building. It should be here or here. I think it should be here. And then training camp, I haven't decided yet. So let's hold it. Means you go here. I think I can puzzle my way out of this. I'm not suggesting it's going to be easy, but I think it's possible. Each enemy military building. I know now what I must do. Hate to do this, but a building here should get an extra, or maybe it's a line no matter what. You're a building, you're also a building. I don't know. The short and the long of it is I don't know. One thing's for certain though. We know that works. Flint and steel. Strategic pavilion needs adjacent military buildings. I hate to do this because it's gonna. How much? What does it do? We don't know. We don't know how much it does. That's scary. Whatever. You gotta try. I thought you would also be aligned here. My mistake. Okay, it gives you way too much. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna send it. No, I'm not gonna send it. I'm gonna think about it. This is actually huge. You go, that there. Oh, chill. Hidden cave goes right here. Kind of an enormous turn. Siege camp. Nowhere we're going to put that that's not going to garrison the enemy, man. You might as well just take 5 extra swords. Sorry about this one, y'all. It's got to go somewhere. I think we broke even. Crazy. Crazy placement, bro. 24 for free. That was miraculous. For the type of guy I'm trying to be, at least. Okay, I don't know. I think we're at least gonna live. It doesn't really matter. You just make the highest number you can make. It doesn't matter what it is at all. I'm not going to add all that stuff up. It's beneath me. $118. 156. What would be 156 versus 160? We chill, bro. We take 4 damage, we move on to Act 3. Haters will say it's fake. Defeat the keep with any faction. Holy cow. Spooky. One second, I'm gonna get a kicking back 0 cola. So deserved, man. So deserved. Level 2 old tower? Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. 19 minutes, 18 minutes to beat the 3rd act, having never seen it before. Yeah, man. What are we going to leave behind? We're absolutely going to leave the forest behind. We don't use the forest at all. We're blessed, actually, that they're going to cut forests. That's a cool mechanic. I got too many cards, man. Sure, man. Sure. 15 and 25 gold for each connected mountain piece. Third act is easy if you don't get Timekeeper. Broke, Timekeeper is the hardest boss because you have to think. Woke, Dono Deca is the hardest boss because you have to kill them quickly. I'm operating on levels of understanding that you wouldn't understand. Hostile or peaceful? Hostile, bro. It's hot. What the heck is 20 watts? 20 watts? 20 arid desert? It's all arrows, so we want to maximize swords. Desert wasteland. Okay, let me think about this. Let's chop it up a little, which I've only recently discovered means to talk. We want swords. So no matter what, we're going to want training camps and a hidden cave and an old tower, which means we'll be placing some stones. Strategic pavilion is just good for units. We need something that farms. Siege camp is really good too. I'm literally just rocking the same stuff, man. Shepherd's hunt to farm some wheat. Stone quarry to farm some mountains. And then hope that we didn't underestimate our opposition here. And then upgrades. Shepherd's hut must not be that good because the upgrade is cheap. Maybe I should rethink my positioning here. We didn't rock tax office. Didn't rock wood clearer. You know what? Wood clearer can now be sold. Don't really have anything else that's obvious to sell. Might as well upgrade it again. Might as well upgrade it again. Okay, okay. Let's do it. We'll be holding a stronghold. We want to create a big wooden hole, if possible. This, like this. You can go here. Store the longboy. Stronghold needs to be surrounded on all sides, which means we can't place it on the bottom row. Hidden cave loves to be connected to stuff. I'm gonna drop it here. It's easy enough to surround. And then similarly, we want to surround you. We're gonna store one of them, but it doesn't have to be you. Might seem a little crazy. Drop this. We don't know what's coming up first, huh? Just drop it right there. Get some surroundings done. We got some training camps ready to go. Stone quarry also does very well for each connected mountain piece. I'm thinking it's training camp. Training camp. Mandelbaum. You just gotta give me a minute to make it come to pass, okay? A training camp send units to another training camp, which send units to another training camp. Old tower cannot be surrounded by a mountain here, but at the very least, it's a good spot for mountains. Good for them. Stone quarry. There's 30 for each connected mountain. I feel bad, man. But we're not really out here to harvest. We're out here to survive, to live. You're in a world of hurt. We get some units. Oh, baby, get some units. And then you fit so beautifully right here. We need to be able to surround another stronghold, ideally. So let's put you right here. We want to make sure we're filling space. You're filling... Dude, I've mastered the game. Shepherd's Hut loves mountains. You need to be in the middle, and then we'll surround you. I've mastered it. I've mastered the game. You just lost the game. $40 wheat for me. Resources for me. Tough one for me. Gotta think about it. Let's not doom ourselves yet. I'm not farting manually. I'm always farting autonomically. What, you want a definition? Siege camp loves to be close to enemy units. Oh no! I've sapped your power! And I've been reinforced by 2 training camps as well. Which I knew was gonna happen, for the record. Idiots, man. Idiots. Oh, we farmed? We bodied them? What do you even have? What do you have? You have nothing. You have nothing. We do need swords. Swords. Swords, become swords, become swords, become swords. Swallow arrows, swallow axes. Don't stop till you're numb. You got minus 25 for no reason? How is it you're named after a goated television program from 16 years ago, and you're out here talking about numbers that don't even matter, like minus 25 at Garth Marenghi? You don't feel like you betrayed yourself? You lost your sense of purpose and your joie de vivre somewhere down the line? Happens, but don't try to pin that on me, man. It's not really my fault at all. We should be chopping it up, talking about, so what happened with you and this Renwick customer? Instead, you're out here telling me minus 25. Like you're a Minnesota weatherman or something. Well, there but for the grace of God go I guess is what I'm trying to say. I will go to the wood department, please. I'll go to the guild, my lord. And gain a military building that's upgraded, please. This is where things get a little tricky for me. 2 arrows for each planar field adjacent to connected mountains seems psychotic. Siege camp just seems good. We gotta break down the cards we're not using, that's for sure. Minnesota got to take it because the Wild are trash. I really wanted to see, for what it's worth, I wanted to see you rinse the Vegas Golden Knights. It's just tough because, like, the Vegas Golden Knights are really good. It's a really good team. But I do dislike them. Would rather have had Minnesota win for sure. By the way, I forgot what I was trying to keep. My bad. Garrison 30? Well, you're going to get in the reserve section because that just seems like a huge number. Stone quarry, harvest for each connected mountain. Okay. Well, we don't, the harvesting of the stone is what it is. Summoning some units is more important right now. Vantage point. Garrison 30? Wait, what do we do best against? That's the real question. Not axes. Each plain or field adjacent to connected mountains. We're just not going to put you around connected mountains then. I can live with that. Route 7 for each mountain piece in range. There's a chance you could get surrounded by mountains, man. Here's a crazy play. And then if I could just surround you by mountains, that would be huge. You don't count as a mountain. You'll generate a little wheat. You gotta go here. It would be nice to put one last enemy unit right there. Perfect, perfect. What do you think surrounded means? Do you think surrounded is like 1, 2, 3, 4, or is surrounded like the 8 spaces surrounding the center? I mean, I recognize that I said surrounded, but like... It's probably just 4 sides. Because if it's just 4 sides... That's not that difficult, man. Let's give it a try. Let's see. And then you should be here. It looks like it's all the space. Well, maybe no, because of range. Gotta think about it. You're obviously cooked. Do you count as a mountain? How do I know if this counts as a mountain, chat? How do I know if this counts as a mountain? It is made of rocks. That's a given. It's gray. No idea, bud. It's not even out yet. I'm sending it. Oh! But it looks like a mountain. Jason, okay, wait, we can plan this out, man. You gotta go here. And we want to have you adjacent to both training camps. Which also hits this. Holy cow. Crazy. Oh my gosh. And then, even more. Dude, the training camps are the greatest thing ever made. Dude, they're the greatest thing. They're the greatest thing ever made. 30 of these, each mountain piece aligned with it. Okay, so none. That's sick. Let's try to keep that going. That's not gonna happen, I'm realizing. How much do you gain? 12 arrows! There's no place to drop you, man. There's no... oh, but that did 2. No, it didn't. Okay, it did 1. Don't cry. Embarrassing. It was either that or, like, drop 30 units on their head directly, which... Oh, shit. Alright, but for the love of God, don't drop that one over there. Okay. 54?! At least they're all arrows. But we want swords. And then big bank, take little bank. We still mog them supremely. Holy cow. Our build is actually insane, man. I won't type it. Garth Marenghi, we're about to be the first person in history to beat this game. You know that, right? Now, level 2 Stone Fortress is appealing to me. Straight into the next hostile region. New technology cards. Dude, I'm 27% of the way through the progress tree. I think that you need to go. What is this? Stone Quarry? You need to go. You need to go. We need a stone fortress. Pardon me. And let's get a level 2 alarm tower out here. And then let me see. Can we upgrade our alarm towers? We need 400 gold. Good God. My God, Niles. We might get 250 stone and upgrade a stone fortress next time. I'm willing to send it. The acrid desert. It's not like we really care about plains anymore either. Plains are basically acrid. Astoria. Then I'm like, okay, alarm tower. Each enemy military building aligned with it. 2 for each connected forest, 5 for each connected mountain. Risky play. Here's the risky play. Drop a mountain on top. You want to be aligned. I think I got ideas here. This is bad for resource generation, but I'm like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive, man. I don't care. Actually, this changes everything. No matter what, we're going to be aligned. You're going to gain 20 for each aligned? Okay, well then we're not... Strategic Pavilion? We don't want to have you touching this. Let's drop 2 alarm towers down on the bottom. You would gain 40. I would gain 30. Obviously, we don't want to have you guys aligned. In which case, maybe I want to put you in the bag, little bro. Drop something like that on you. Then you'll align here. For 12 units. Strategic Pavilion, which I cannot pronounce correctly apparently, aligns with you, or is adjacent to you, and is aligned with you. Alarm Tower, we don't want it adjacent to the enemy alarm towers. Old Tower wants to be in the range of mountains. Siege Camp, we want to put close to an enemy tower. I think it's this. You gotta work with me on this one. And then this. And then we want to drop an enemy unit that with no adjacency bonuses right in here. At this point, I'm kind of just relying on my build working when I place the blocks. Because it's getting, like, it's a lot to think about. Or not. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We got another alarm tower coming up. We want our alarm tower to not be aligned with any of our combat buildings. There's a spot. There's a spot too. Excuse me, you're not aligned, because this only aligns there. That only aligns there. I've been scammed. They've scammed me severely, man. Stone Fortress. You love to be in a spot with mountains. Okay, in that case, you go over here. Training camp, don't fuck up the mountain range here. And don't be aligned with this fool. Kind of scuffed, but you know what? It'll buff it a little. And it'll buff this one, because this is about to be aligned. Oh, I should have put you... Oh, no, this is still... It's still good. It looks horrible, but it is good. Look at that, man. Another. And then... Another. Now you need to not be aligned, because you're coming out again. Here you will be aligned. Here you won't be aligned. No, okay. If you're gonna have to drop an alarm tower, drop... Oh, but it's aligned with the training camp. There's no place for it. Because these two rows are the only ones, but I need it to not be, it needs to show up like there, but there's no way to get it there. There's no way to get it there. On the, wait. No, but the training camp hits it. It hits the training camp here. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Top left. Buddy, it's Tetris! You can't stop the block here. And I gotta, no matter what, one of my next two has to be an alarm tower. Build it up. You can't, because it's gotta be one of the next two has to be an alarm tower, man. Big square, then little square. Unique. This is a classic gambit. We're begging for your life now. Do you consent that if this leads to them getting extra units, you will be permanently banned from the chat? You were typing in all caps, so you must be very confident. Don't agree. Your message contains agree. This pact is sealed. Any last words? Spare them? Why? On what grounds? Oh shit, that's pretty good though. Okay. They have 130. That's a lot. Arrows beat axes though, man. Wait, we win again? We easily destroy them. Watchtowers don't count each other. Those are alarm towers. Watchtower is a completely different unit. Beg for your life in chat. Brother, I don't know, okay? Because, like, we just don't... we got too many units now. We got too many darn units. I'm gonna say no trade, and I'm gonna move on to fight the Dark Tower. No enemies this round. Traps. If you lock a piece in the trap zone, the boss gains garrison power. At the very least, perhaps we could upgrade our training camp. Anything else we can upgrade? Hidden cave? Hello? Okay, send it. Give it a try. What is going on here? 8 bribery. If we get 100 gold, maybe they don't gain units. Gather, it's gonna garrison 150 unless we pay the price. I need a tutorial, man! Tech support! What? What is that? Store that piece, man. Now we can place a piece. I don't know. I'm playing by ear. You just gotta cut me some slack here, okay? I'm trying not to build in the trap zone if I can avoid it. Training camp buffs aligned military units. We're gonna want you adjacent to as many mountains. It's this first. Then old tower here. And then try to put more mountains on top of it, obviously. An enemy mercenary camp. Mercenary camp is not a top tier unit, but if I can avoid it for a second, I wouldn't mind doing that. That's a spicy play, I'm not going to deny that. This is, I think now we take advantage of our situation to dump one of those. Because there's going to be a better unit to hold. This is a great spot to build so we can put a siege camp here and spice it up. Dunka. Well, they really want me to build in the trap zone this time. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap this one out. Little inefficient, but... Ah! I've pressed the wrong button. It was supposed to slide in there. That's going to be hard to recover from. I'm not going to deny it. Because we also wanted this space bigly. I think it's got to be you. And then you go here. We bribed you with 21 of 100. Again, whatever that means. How mountainous, my lord. Get stored. Alarm tower works with enemy buildings aligned. I actually think, as ridiculous as it may look, we want to drop a mercenary camp so we can sap it, and then drop an alarm tower on top of it to gain some garrisons off of it. I know, it was a little crazy. But it's a crazy world we live in, man. Has to be done. I literally thought Sen's Fortress was coming out. Oh my god, there's going to be so many mountain pieces aligned with it right here. It's so worth, man. We give them 10, but we get 1 billion. Oh my god, we get 1.5 billion. And then you're a mercenary camp. At some point, you gotta store it. Huge. I hate to just dump a mercenary camp, but you know there's probably one more coming, right? In that case, you could dump it in the non-trap zone. Use it to buff us a little bit. Because I got a great spot for this training camp. I just want the trap zone to not be there. That's our training camp buff. Another mountain adjacent to it. Dumpa. Strategic. Each adjacent military building. We get 8 off of that, huh? Well, I think first, then, we dumpa, so we get even more units. It's kind of... Dude, I know what you're saying, and I'm saying the same thing. I kind of can't believe it, but it sort of looks like we might stand a chance. Obviously... Oh, this is another... 8 turns, but there's only 5 cards. I think you gotta get stored. Now, I don't know if we have enough space to fit everything I want to fit. Oh, it's a aligned mountain piece. I can't believe it. You think? There's no way it's gonna fly, man. I'm not dumping another mercenary camp. I'll give you 10, but I'm not dumping another mercenary camp. What are you? 6 swords for every connected mountain? I put it in the wrong spot. Okay. Arrows beat axes. So we just want as many arrows as possible. And then we go, yada, 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 yada. We might survive, man. Forget survive it. We might win, like we might clear. Forget might, we did. This is such a great redemption arc. Burger Master. Next. No, and then victory, dude. Look at that, 45,000. Okay, thank you again to the Arcade crew for the sponsorship. This was Drop Duchy. The time flew by. It's been 3 hours. Exclamation point Duchy. Check it out for yourself. It comes out on Monday. Add it to your Steam wish list. Monday, May 5th. Monday, May 5th. Thank you again. I had a great time.